real estate agents have a secret tool to help you sell your house faster. Hi, I'm Thomas Howe with McGrew Real Estate, and today we're going to talk about the secret tool that some real estate agents will use to help their homes sell faster. I took some notes here, made a couple of little details about some of the things I want to talk about today, but it turns out that this year we've had more canceled contracts than we've had in a very long time. Currently, nationwide, 6% of the contracts that get written fall apart. And primarily they fall apart because of inspection requests. Buyers get scared, they get a little hinky about what they're buying, and they walk away. In some cases, it's even higher than that. Redfin says 15% of the contracts that they put together fell apart in May. 15%. That's a really high number. But if you do a pre-inspection before you even put your house on the market, you can avoid a lot of those challenges. You can be knowledgeable about the condition of your house. You can make disclosure to buyers that makes them more comfortable with the position. And you can know more about whether or not you have some of those major issues, a failing roof, or maybe an outdated electrical panel, which can take a transaction apart at the end. If you know about it, and if you can work with it prior to coming to closing and getting a surprise, you're going to be better off. Buyers are often encouraged to complete their own inspections, and that's great. We certainly encourage our buyers to make sure, even if there is a pre-inspection, to do their own inspection, to do their due diligence. But often a buyer will say, I have the information from that pre-inspection. I'm comfortable moving ahead with that information. One major home inspection company has a little sign that they'll put out in front of houses that are pre-inspected to indicate that it has that pre-approval stamp of a certification, kind of like a certified pre-owned car. That's a nice little detail there. Sellers can avoid the anxiety of waiting for an unknown outcome of the buyer's inspection if they've had their own done, because they'll be notified of the big issues that might come up. And sellers don't necessarily have to correct everything that gets found in that inspection. They can make the choice. They do have to make disclosure, but they can make the choice. It also enables them to fix those nagging little things that a buyer might find objectionable and might push them away. Little things like maybe a leak under the sink, or a loose toilet, or maybe even an electrical panel that needs some attention. Those kind of things buyers get pretty leery about, but if you find out about it beforehand, you can deal with it and you can disclose it, make it happen that way. It also turns out that not every house needs a pre-inspection. That's a determination that your realtor can discover when they come to talk to you and interview you about putting it on the market. They can look through the house, they can ask you the questions about how long you've lived there and about its current conditions, and advise for or against having a pre-inspection done. I'm Thomas Howe with McGrew Real Estate. If you want more information about how to position your house best in the market, give me a call. I'm Thomas Howe with McGrew Real Estate. Real estate questions? Here's how.